on the ones with Storm Tracker 13's Jason Laird.
Well, thanks, Brittany. Again, about 9 minutes away from 7 o'clock here. Going to start things off with a Walsenburg shot with our neighborhood weather network. A little further south there. Cooler, about 57 degrees. Wind's very calm, but overall, if you judge off those clouds, looks like a fairly stable atmosphere. Going to be a fairly calm day today. Again, we do have a couple showers that are going to be rolling off of the mountains this afternoon, but not nearly as heavy as what we saw yesterday. A much calmer day for the most part. As for today, currently we're looking at about 64 degrees into Canyon City, 61 right now into Pueblo, 62 into the Springs, and a few 40s and 50s into the higher elevations. But those temperatures are going to climb the charts fairly quickly as the day progresses, just with all these clear skies we've got cooking. Notice all the cloud cover that we did have over the higher elevations has pretty much broke up and moved out of the area, and that's going to be the big story up until about 2 this afternoon. We'll see a few more clouds building over the higher elevations, but not anything crazy significant. Again, just carrying a few showers moving throughout the area, but nothing like what we saw yesterday. The showers that do manage to kick off are mostly going to be what we call convective showers, just because there's so much warm, moist air close to the ground that'll tend to kick off some of that thunderstorm activity. As for the SkyCast models, here's how things are going to start. Notice a nice clearing around noon. Around 1 o'clock, we'll start to get a few spotty showers over the higher elevations that are going to try to move across the area. A few of those showers will break loose, notice, and drop right across the Springs area, but not carrying nearly as much moisture as we saw yesterday. Notice how most of those just break apart, giving us some very isolated, sporadic thunderstorms. Very, very light rain showers. Again, we do have to take into consideration if one of these did move across a burn scar, we might see some flooding, but for the most part, there's just not very much moisture to work with today, so a much calmer day on tap than what we saw yesterday. Bright and early for your Saturday, gorgeous day to start things out. Again, clear skies all across the board. Should be a nice one. Get out and enjoy it. Temperatures tomorrow, temperatures today, I should say, warming up to about 90 degrees, 80s as we look into the foothills there, 88 in Canyon City, and a few mid-80s even into the higher elevations. Going to be a nice one for us. Lows tonight into the 60s, few 40s, high 40s into the higher elevations, and mid 60s to our east. Might be a little muggy with all that moisture we've had over the past few days. Next 7 days look like this, into the 80s pretty much all week long. High 50s and 60s for your overnight lows. Again, a lot less moisture to work with, so only about a 10% shot of showers, just very isolated, very sporadic as they roll off of the mountains there. Weekend looking very nice, especially into Pueblo. Only about a 10% chance of showers there, and plenty of sun to go around after. 190-degree mark into the Canyon City region with about 90 degrees there, 61 for your overnight lows, and very, very comfortable. Into Teller County, it's going to be a nice weekend there as well, into the mid-70s all week, and looking at the 50s for your overnight lows. Again, guys, the showers that do kick off are going to be very isolated, very sporadic. Nothing to get too terribly concerned about. We pretty much worked all that moisture out of the system yesterday, so that's a good thing there.
All right, just keep an umbrella handy, but maybe just a little one like Paul puts in his drinks.
Oh, yeah. Just a little tiny one, huh, Paul?
That's right, Brittany. Thanks very much. Little paper ones, they're about this big. They're just so cute. I can't resist them.